The reasonable and prudent parent standard means the standard, as prescribed by OCFS, is characterized by careful and sensible parental decisions that maintain the health, safety, and best interests of a foster child, while at the same time encouraging the emotional and developmental growth of the child that a foster parent or child care facility must use when determining when to allow a foster child to participate in extracurricular, emotional, cultural, and social activities. The reasonable and prudent parent standard was a standard set by federal law in 2015. Youth in foster care have persistently expressed their inability to have a normal childhood, not because they were in foster care, but because the system would not let them have permission to do normal childhood things. Things like going on a sleepover, joining a travel sports team, after-school activities, all had huge obstacles put in their path by system bureaucracy. The standard was put in place to remove roadblocks for youth in foster care and to improve outcomes in areas of normalcy, self-sufficiency, education, and employment. Although our office will present this standard in a fun way, the barriers to childhood experiences have contributed to some poor outcomes for adulthood. Our goal is that all youth in foster care have normative experiences in their futures. For more information, please refer to 15 OCFS ADM 21, Supporting Normative Experiences for Children, Youth, and Young Adults in Foster Care, Applying a Reasonable and Prudent Parent Standard.
Hi, I'm your host, Gloria Moran, Youth Engagement Specialist with the Office of Children and Family Services. Welcome to
Youth for Progress.
We surveyed youth in care across the state regarding normative experiences and the reasonable and prudent parent standard. The top 5 results are on the board. Let's see what you know. This week's contestants. First up, the Empires. Melanie and Linda, welcome. And their opponents, the McIntoshes. Ken and Karen, welcome. You all know the rules, so let's get to our first question. What are the top 5 normative activities in which a 16 to 17-year-old youth in foster care should be able to participate in? Melanie.
I would say cell phone.
The survey says that is correct. Linda, you're up next.
How about tattoo, body piercing?
Tattoo and body piercing. The survey says not correct. Tattoo and body piercing is wrong because public health law requires a person to be 18 or older to obtain piercings or tattoos without parental consent. So, I'll repeat the question. What are the top 5 normative activities in which a 16 to 17-year-old youth in foster care should be able to participate in?
I'm going to go with driving after 9.
Driving after 9. The survey says also not correct. Driving after 9 p.m. is wrong because the DMV requires an individual to be 18 years old or in the company of a guardian to drive after 9 p.m.
Makes sense.
So, what are the top 5 normative activities in which a 16 to 17-year-old youth in foster care should be able to participate in?
I think they should definitely be able to get a driver's license. I say driver's license.
Driver's license. Yeah. The survey says that is correct. On to you, Melanie.
Gloria, I'm going to go with later curfew.
Later curfew. And the survey says that is also correct. All right, you're on a roll. Linda.
Part-time job.
A part-time job.
Yeah.
The survey says also correct. Okay, the pressure's on.
Let's see. How about working an overnight shift?
An overnight shift. Incorrect. Working an overnight shift is wrong because per the Department of Labor, minors, 16 and 17-year-olds, may not work between midnight and 6 a.m. Well, I'm sorry, but that is 3 strikes. Ken, you get a chance to steal the win. What are the top 5 normative activities in which a 16 to 17-year-old youth in foster care should be able to participate in?
Well, Gloria, I say dating.
Dating, the survey says. That is correct. Team McIntosh takes the first round. So let's move on to our second question. What are the top 5 reasons a youth in foster care can be told no when asking to participate in a normative experience? Ken?
Against court orders.
Against court order. Correct. Great job, Ken. Moving on to Karen.
Okay. Gloria, how about if something conflicts with the youth's religion or culture?
Religion or culture? Survey says that is correct. Back to you, Ken.
All right, I say medical reasons.
Medical reasons. And the survey says also correct. Karen.
How about if something is not age appropriate?
And the survey says that is correct. All right, guys, getting hot. Ken, it's on you.
I say liability.
Liability. That is not correct. Liability is wrong because 15 OCFS ADM 21 provides policy and guidance on the steps a caregiver can take to limit the potential exposure to liability, and even more importantly, to limit the potential for injury to a youth in foster care. So I'm going to repeat the question. What are the top 5 reasons a youth in foster care can be told no when participating in a normative activity?
How about the cost involved?
Cost. The survey says. Also not correct. Cost is wrong because cost should not be a factor when saying no. Foster parents should work with their local departments of social services to receive special payments to fund these activities. The question is, what are the top 5 reasons a youth in foster care can be told no when asking to participate in normative experiences?
Gloria, I'll say violates safety plan.
Violate safety plan. The survey says correct. And that is it. Team McIntosh takes the win. Well, congratulations to all of you for understanding how to apply the reasonable and prudent parent standard to make effective decisions for youth in care. That's it for today's episode of Youth for Progress. Thanks for joining.
Foster parents play a vital role in promoting children's health, development, and well-being. Throughout the years, they have done their best to provide children and youth in foster care with the same life experiences as their friends and classmates.
I went to play basketball with some other kids in the park, and I remember I go to the movies a lot. I participate in a lot of basketball tournaments over the summer and the winter, and just a lot of stuff I get to do outside in my community.
But at times, concerns about safety and liability limited foster parents' abilities to make parental decisions or to let children participate in age-appropriate activities.
Honestly, I feel like I was treated like a regular kid, but also at the same time, there were some challenges that I had to face. So, for example, I couldn't do certain things, like I couldn't go to a friend's house for a birthday party. I couldn't really do that because the county tends to not to say we can't do that, especially for sleepovers. My foster parents felt that I should have more opportunities, just like other people should.
Now, Because of changes in federal and state law, foster parents are required to give children more opportunities to take part in developmentally and age-appropriate experiences. A new standard called the Reasonable and Prudent Parent Standard requires foster parents and other caregivers to make day-to-day decisions about the health, safety, and well-being of children in foster care.